Okay. Okay, so for liens. So the cool thing about liens is that you are able to now see that the person has some type of how can I say it? Some type of pressure. Because if they have a lien on their property, then that shows us that they are in some type of situation where they can't pay it. Now, don't get it confused. The lien is also a mortgage balance. So sometimes if you see a lien, it could just be a mortgage balance, you know? A mortgage balance and a lien are called the same thing. But now, what we're targeting here for this filtering system, we're targeting liens that are judgments. The reason why we're targeting judgments is because judgments hurt a little bit more. So now, first things first, ownership. Always go to ownership. And for liens, I like to go 5+ years of ownership. Five plus years. Do you see how it's different from the free and clear? Free and clear 10, 15+ years. But for liens, as long as they've been owners for minimum of 3 years, even 3. But I like to go 5 and over, 5 and over, 5 and over. Now, property characteristics. You could also go 1990 or earlier. Again, if they are on a lien, usually you would have to buy these properties cash, not always. So you want to go, these are typically going to be fix and flips. If you're buying properties that are in very distressed situations, these people need money fast. So I like to look for properties that are 1990 or earlier, just because those properties are going to be a little bit more older, are going to need a little bit more work. Next. On liens, on PropStream, I'm not sure how it works for ListSource, but I would highly recommend getting PropStream. PropStream is $99 a month. Highly recommend it. Liens, on PropStream, there's a section where you could choose the type of lien. You could choose a tax lien, you could choose a HOA lien, you could choose a mechanics lien, and you could also choose other. Other means judgments and people that didn't make it a court, stuff like that. A little bit more uglier liens. So I like to choose other. What this does is, this brings all the judgments up. It shows all the less dependent, I think it's less pendants. Yeah, less pendants. So all the people that are getting bombarded with, hey, you haven't paid this, hey, you haven't paid this, hey, you haven't paid this. And I like to do the lien amount, because on PropStream, you could also choose how much of the lien they owe. And I like to do a $2,000 minimum lien. The reason why $2,000 is because it makes it more painful. If $2,000 is the minimum, there's some people that have liens for like $386. $386 doesn't mean that they want to sell their property. You know what I mean? $2,000 is already something that pushes them a little bit more towards the selling price. Now, another thing that I do is I also look for, I also put residential type. You could put single family. You could put multifamily. I like to put single family because if I'm going to be targeting fix and flips, I'm going to go for residentials and I'm going to go for single family. Now, and same thing with the building size. I like to go 2,000 square foot. I like to go 2,000 square foot or less. Again, the reason why I go with the building size, again, and the reason why I go residential type and 1990 or earlier is because if I'm targeting lists that are liens, I am looking more for a fix and flip. If I'm targeting pre-foreclosures, I'm looking more for a subject to, more like where I could just pay off their debt or not pay off their behind mortgage balance, behind mortgage payments, and take over the loan, and now I could put a renter in it. But if I'm targeting liens, I like to focus more on people that are in judgments. I like to focus on liens that are 2,000 or more. I like to obviously look for single family. The reason why I like to look for single family is because if you leave this blank, I've learned from me. If you leave this blank, you are also looking at apartments, condos, fourplex, triplex. You're looking at all these other ones. You get what I'm saying? So now you are spending data on apartments, condos, fourplex, and it's okay. Those are great things to call. But if you are not prepared or you're not ready to talk to a triplex guy, then it's no point. Just look for residential, single family homes, start targeting them. All your skip tracing, you know that, especially for beginners, especially for as you're coming up and as you're learning, it's good to just focus on single families. As you get better, then you'll be able to start doing fix and flips on condos. You'll be able to buy a fourplex that has been vacant, and you go and fix the 4 apartments and sell the whole, and then put tenants in it, rent it out, and then sell it as an investment property to a doctor, sell it to a, you get what I'm saying? So there's different strategies for liens, but I would say focus right here on single family. SFR means single family residence. 1990 or earlier, again, you could play with this. Ownership 5 years or more, depending on the city. You could even do 3 years, but I like 5 years. And building size, again, you could play with it. It could even be over 2,000 square feet. Sometimes you could have some horse houses that are for horses, bigger houses that will be a little bit bigger that people do want, and they'll probably have a lien on them, you know? So everything, you could tweak it. Whenever you guys are at home or whenever you guys start pulling lists, look at the things. Go and click vacant and then click non-vacant and see the difference. You see what I mean? Because you're also going to have some lien properties that are vacant. You're also going to have some lien properties that have all this criteria and they're vacant, and they have all this criteria and are not vacant. But now if they are vacant and they meet these criteria, they are now officially stacked. Now they count as a 2-stack. See what I mean? Any need this? Good?
Got it.